You give me a 3 count. That happened at the other show. People, I was supposed to do a silent count, so I said 3, and they were like 2, 1.
Well, you're recording now, so
I'm recording now.
Yes, sir.
All right. When the cat's away, the mouse or the mice can play. Is that how it goes?
Yes, sir.
What's the saying for when the daggone cat is back?
Oh, do your podcast.
All right. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay Zilla, and this is the What the Foul podcast. We have 2 special guests. We also have the producer back from her hiatus. What's up, producer?
Yo.
Beautiful wife / producer. All right, man. Let's just go ahead and get this show started. Make sure you share, like, subscribe. Don't be afraid to get into the comments and go ahead and send some of those stars if you're watching on Facebook. If you guys are just listening only on Amazon or Google Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, basically wherever you get your podcast, man, go back to our YouTube channel and take a look because we have some pretty ladies coming. Yeah, I said it. All right, we'll start in 3. Like and share.
This morning, a violent weather outbreak bringing tornadoes to Florida's Atlantic coast.
Now to that urgent and massive manhunt after that deadly mass shooting near Houston. The youngest victim just 8 years old. Police say the suspect.
International High School of New Orleans is making quite an impression on the college admissions.
Dennis Barnes has gone into 125 colleges and universities. He's also earned millions in scholarships. As for how he did it, well, the teen is very humble and credits hard work and those around.
Love it. The first time I had any of the chef's food was at a Juneteenth event, which is coming up, by the way.
Yep.
All right. Get your vendors, get your volunteers together, and go on out there if you're in the Columbia, Tennessee area. And if you're in the Tullahoma area, they got something for you there too. Street corn? Am I getting it? It's like a cup. It's like a little cup.
Elote.
What's it called?
Elote.
Elote. Yeah, I like that. That sounds good.
Yeah. It's traditionally a Hispanic dish, but my go-to is always Caribbean food. And I mean, Mexico can be considered Caribbean. So I just take staple Caribbean dishes and just add a little twist, make it my own. Because I've had Hispanics come up to me and tell me my corn tastes better than theirs. And I'm like, that's a big compliment.
Man, amen to that. Shout out to the skills over there. Julia Duke, a.k.a. Chef Jules. Go see the full episode and whatnot. But we're waiting. No? Okay. Sorry, ladies. Look, I'm a little bit off. We're trying to get back in sync over here on our side. Dricka, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Who are you? What you about? All the good stuff.
Hey, what's up? I'm Dricka, originally from Anniston, Alabama. I currently reside in Huntsville, Alabama. Alumni of Alabama A&M University. Woo-hoo. I am a mother to my son. He is 9. He's also has autism. So I'm an autism mom. Shout out to all y'all out there winging it. Because that's what we do. Also, my 9 to 5 is a teacher. I work with individuals who have autism as well. I teach them life skills. But what I'm most passionate about is my fitness. Go follow me on my fitness page on IG, Final Dance Phase. There you go.
Nice.
On my weight loss journey, I went from 330 to where I am now, which is about 180. So a little over 145 lost naturally. So I got some good workouts for y'all. Also, I have dance classes as well. So continue to follow me because I will be one of the most successful dance fitness instructors in the country. So look out for me, follow me, grow with me. That's what I'm currently working on, among some other things.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, let's take a look at your partner here. Who we got here?
Hey,
There she is. Tell
what's
people about
up?
yourself.
Man, introductions, they always make me so nervous because it's so hard to talk about yourself in a positive light. We're always so hard on ourselves. But
Hmm.
okay, so I'm Jay Lee. I am the creator of Juice. I am also a co-owner of Juice Lee Entertainment. 9 to 5, I work in education, um, community engagement, things like that. Um, what else? I'm a mother as well. I have me and Dricka. We always say we have twins because we like literally had them a day apart. So
Wow.
I have my daughter who is 9 years old now. So I'm 9 years in the game, killing it. I think I'm doing a great job in that area.
There you go.
Um, yeah, I think that's enough for now. Yeah.
She's like, hold back a little bit, hold back. So listen, man, you two go way back. Like you said, your kids are born a day apart, like same year,
Yes, same year,
same year, one day
literally.
apart. Talk to me a
Not
little
even
bit,
a day apart.
huh?
Right, like hours probably, right?
Not even on a day apart. People thought we had a pregnancy pact going on, but it was just
This
happened like
lady, I ran into this lady. She was like, "Oh, you're gonna have a baby. It's a boy and a girl." I was like, "Oh my God, twins? Okay." And then come to find out, she said the boy's gonna come first and then it'll be a girl. And come to find out, it was literally my bestie over there with the boy.
Oh,
And then the girl came in. So
so how do you two know each other?
I like stalked Dricka to be my friend.
she did not.
I used to stalk her in the laundry room back in college, back at Alabama A&M.
Well,
I would be like, "Hey."
she have the good fabric softeners and the quarters and everything.
No, literally, I was just trying to speak to her, and she was kind of like, "Hey, like, what do you want, child?"
Right.
But we clicked at Alabama A&M. We grew up there. I'm gonna just say that, right, Drika?
No, yeah. Those are the
Listen,
Still
days.
man.
growing up,
Those
but
are definitely the days.
man, best time of my life.
I
So
agree.
we literally two of my favorite stories from just kind of dipping in and out of Alabama A&M and experiencing that with you every now and then. I wish I'd done it more for real, right? One of my favorite stories ever is Jay Lee not being able to afford her own books, and so what does one do? Well, you start a study group so you can use the other kids' textbook. I just thought
Literally,
that
and
was
their notes
so
because
brilliant.
I was not like I'm not like a class A student, you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I would literally form these groups like, "Hey, meet at the library, let's go and study." And it was awesome. And it now that I think back on it, being an adult and being better with my money, I had all the funds to get the books. I just decided to throw a party.
Oh man, which brings me to my
Oh,
second favorite: having a party, having it shut down, and her organizing. I can't remember if Jacob was there or not, but like basically
yeah, it was for
moving
her
it all
It
birthday.
over
was
the
my
place.
birthday party.
Yeah, I remember you. I was just kidding. So yeah, like literally, like literally dragging it all over the place, trying to find a final location to finish out said party. Like
Yep.
that kind of resourcefulness, man,
Broke a
is what
table that day. Almost
broke
broke
the
the
table.
floor. We almost went through the ceiling at Normal Hills.
Oh my
I was like,
goodness!
"Oh my
So
We
God, the floor is moving."
we were like the party throwers, especially when we moved in together in
Oh my gosh.
Autumnwood. Back in Autumnwood, our
We
apartment where we stayed having parties. And back then, it was like a trend to set the time like 10:10. The party started at 10:10, odd numbers. It was
Yep,
like always
yep.
a theme or something. And I don't know, people always used to show up. I don't know how we knew all these people. Most of the people knew Jay Lee, but our parties were always packed. And people
So
were
I
always leaving inebriated. Let's just say that.
or staying like one time I woke up and everybody was just in the living room, like on the floor, and like it was crazy. College was amazing.
But I got there. When I got to Alabama A&M, I was by myself. Shout out to VK because she's the only reason I went to Alabama A&M. So went to A&M. I was there by myself. I'm like, Mom, I don't have no friends. She was like, go talk to people. So I'm like, hey, where the party at? They was like, you tell us. So I was like, okay, maybe I can't be with the cool girls, but what I'm gonna do is like go join different groups and organizations, and like I was always at the student council meetings, any meeting, any kind of event that was on campus, I was there. I think I started meeting a lot of people when I was doing basketball. I was like the scoreboard girl. Highly recommend, ladies, if you want to get close to all the men. But I was the scorekeeper, and like that's when it just got big. It was crazy. I knew a lot of people that way.
So
but
that's
yeah,
funny.
great times.
That's funny. So with y'all, have you always just been a resourceful person, the both of you? How do y'all kind of ping off each other to get things done, especially working together now?
Yeah, we gotta go ahead, Dricka.
I was just going to back up a little bit. You know, as far as my side of the story, I do not remember meeting Jay Lee. I don't know how I met her.
I told you how.
I do remember seeing her in the laundry room, but I was very shy and timid and reserved. The only thing what brought me out my shell and brought my confidence out is when I joined House Arrest 2 championship dance team. That's when I began to be Dricka or whatever. That's when personality and voice started to actually happen. So Jay Lee took it as I was ignoring her. I was probably just scared, like, oh my God, I don't know what to say to this girl. What is she talking about?
And I'm all happy go lucky, like, hey.
I'm probably like,
what you doing over there?
You know, I'm saying hi or whatever, or just I don't know. But so yeah, you know, that was how I began to come about as myself at Alabama A&M. I've always had a passion for dance, i.e. my dance fitness now. I still love to do it. I've never been professionally trained, even though I've always done dance teams, but I haven't like went to studios or anything. But it's just something I really love to do. And me and Jalen, when you saw me, you saw her, and vice versa. And everybody always say that up until this day, if you go to homecoming with us, y'all come to homecoming, by the way.
Please.
you will hear somebody say, "Where's Jay Lee?" If they see me, they'll say, "Where's Jay Lee?" Or "Where's Dricka?" If they see Jay Lee. When you saw her, you saw me, and when you saw like whatever. And I even have pictures of us dressed alike at homecoming. Like we used to dress alike.
Fashion fail.
Said fashion fail. I wish I'd have known that. I'd have had some pictures, man. If I could just scour the interwebs, see if I
they're on my Facebook page. We had on
I probably untagged myself.
We had on a green shirt with white polka dots and white Bermuda shorts.
Yep, I remember.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and Dricka, like as being like we have, so like I said, we have to be resourceful. Like even in school, like when I didn't have money, or I thought I didn't have no money. When I didn't have money for books, I literally had to go and create something where I can still excel for the free, you know. But Dricka, she's always felt like my safe space, like definitely my voice of reason. Because like literally I just be wilding sometimes. Like not now because I'm grown, but back in the day, like she would always just be my voice of reason. Like she'll tell me the truth. She gonna tell me how it is. Tell me what not to do. I still go do it, and then be like, "Dricka, you was right."
I need a more specific example, as family friendly as you can, share. Like, what's an example of that? No, I want to hear from Dricka. Like,
oh, okay.
What's the time where you had to like, girl, no?
I don't think it's nothing family friendly.
Oh, okay. Moving right along. So, listen, y'all have a podcast that you do that you're revamping. Juice Assist. Am I getting that right? Is it Juice Assist podcast?
Yep.
But where I think both of y'all's heart is the Juneteenth um, celebration. Tell me a little bit about how that got started and how did Dricka get involved in that?
Well, so I started wanting to celebrate Juneteenth like back in, I don't know, 2015, 2016. It was right when Juice was like about to start. Sorry. Um, so I always thought like, man, we go so hard for everybody else, for every other event, for every holiday, except for our own. So I'm like, it's time for, if y'all can do it on other holidays and in other events, we can do it for ourselves. We can make money whenever we want to. We can come together whenever we want to. And Columbia, and to backpedal, I literally wanted, I created Juneteenth with the hopes of like going to every city to have a Juneteenth event. So I started in Columbia, of course, because that's where I reside.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I brought it to some community leaders. I'm like, hey, let's get this event popping. It's Juneteenth. It's about freedom. It's for Black people. It's for the culture. It's for everybody, really, because like the lady who created the flag said, it's like a new people that was created after Juneteenth happened,
Mm-hmm.
on both sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I just decided to create. We've always like Juice is always in the community. Like even when I first started Juice, we was all about the community, all about like showcasing those who got the juice.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so anybody doing something positive in the community, we were out showcasing it. And I'm just like, hey, we need to help. Like these people need to be seen. They need to make some money. Like Columbia is a hidden gem, and I say it all the time because there's so much talent here, so much wisdom here. Like it's amazing here. So I wanted to showcase it on a bigger platform. And what better way to do that on the with wait, hold on, I'm getting confused. Hold on. What better way to do
Sure.
that um than to do it on a day where, we were free. We were set free officially.
Right.
Um so that's why I started Juice. I mean not Juice, that's why I started the Juneteenth celebrations. As far as like Dricka getting involved, Dricka been part of Juice before Juice was even Juice. Like I wasn't even calling it Juice. I was just talking to her about my ideas, and she's literally been like always the person that I used to talk to about like which direction I should go. I want to do this. I want to do that.
Right.
And she would help me like just cultivate my thoughts and cultivate the group in general. So she officially started. I'm not sure what year it was.
I mean, the
But when
exact
Dricka,
year don't matter. It's not gonna be a test on
yeah,
this. Yeah. I want
maybe.
to talk about like the raw, maybe I like that. I want to talk about the raw feelings of just being able to be friends first, pinging ideas off of each other, good, bad, and ugly, and some not family friendly. I'm gonna get those stories later, hopefully.
Oh,
But Drika, what about you just makes you that type of person where you're able to kind of assess and give really good advice? Were you always supposed to be a teacher? Is it a mother figure? Like, what is that?
I'm just bossy. No, but no, for real though. I've always been a person that's honest, and people that want that value that. Like I literally say to one of my other friends, like she has to help me sugarcoat things because I don't know how to sugarcoat. I'm just direct, blunt, and honest about everything you ask me, and I never have ill intentions. Some I've had, people that come along in my life thought I was being shady or something or whatnot, but no, I'm just honest, and
mhm.
and like I said, the people that appreciate that, they value that, and they come to me. Like I can remember all the way back in middle school, everybody used to come to me for advice. It's just like a gift because I'm just honest. I mean, that's
Right.
just the family I come from. They gonna talk about you in your face. They gonna tell you, I grew up overweight, huge, or whatever. So they gonna tell you too big, or you need to lose weight, or whatever. So none of my family know how to sugarcoat. They just tell it how it is, and that's just how I give it to people who ask me. sometimes I slide my 2 cents in, but I've learned to hold back and just wait until I'm asked for my opinion. And I always warn people, and I know I say, look, I don't know how to sugarcoat nothing. I'm just be honest with you because I don't know. No. So I think Jaylee has valued that. And I think really what it is she just needs the reassurance because I feel like she's smarter than me. I'm just giving her that reassurance. I've always told her I admire her. You know, I consider us, we both consider each other sisters from another mister or whatever we say, and twins because we think alike, but on different scales. But Jaylee knows how to implement it, where I struggle with it. Like I got the ideas, I know how to organize it, but it stays here. And her, she knows how to put it out there on the table, and I've admired her and followed her. And I think that we balance each other out. That's my sister for life.
Yep.
And if she get married and not leave me hanging.
Never.
But we just have such a bond that's just so weird. It's such a godly bond. It's such just a connection that I've never had because I'm the only child. But even with any of my other friends who I consider maybe a best friend, I don't have a closeness to them like I do Jaylee, even at our distance, because I was living in Anniston after I had my son, and she was in Columbia because it was a few years after graduating. People go their separate ways. We always, have a closeness, even though we don't talk on the phone often at all.
Right.
Even when we did, it was just natural. It was like nothing ever happened. We still living together. We still thinking alike. I would
right back up.
Get on social media, and maybe like earlier that day, I went for a hike. I would get on social media, and she went for a hike.
Yep.
Or like it's literally like what they call it, twin telepathy.
Twin flames. Wait, is it twin flames?
I don't know.
Is that what the twin flame thing about? Listen,
we're soulmates.
The loop.
Yeah, we're friend soulmates, and it's just it's crazy, I don't know.
Because we literally go through the same, like, as you can see, we got pregnant. Like, who would have thought, like, we would have had a baby, like, hours apart from each other. But we literally go through the same things at the same time. Like, she can call me randomly and be like, "Hey, I'm going through this." I'm like, "Dang, me too."
Gotcha.
So, like, it's just like it's God. This is definitely a God connection for sure. Like,
yeah, there's something stirring up for the world to see. So y'all stay tuned. Whatever we got going is about to be amazing. We're about to take over the world. So,
yeah.
Ooh, I
Absolutely.
like it.
For sure.
Lofty goals, man. So basically, what I'm hearing is because y'all do everything together, we got to find some eligible bachelors who are also friends and twinning and whatnot, and are tall, dark, and handsome, respectful, powerful, high valued, as they say, right? We got a list of things, right? We got, what's it gonna take to take you two off the market?
God, at this point. I don't know.
What do y'all even have the time? Like, I'm not sure if y'all are on the dating scene or not, but like, I don't even know like how you would have the time to even pursue something like that seriously.
That's, I just came to a realization of that maybe a month ago. I was riding down the street like, dang, I'm talking to somebody and I don't really have time. First off, I don't have time to entertain, and then I'm too tired to entertain. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think when God sends the right person, they'll easily fit into our good. And the kind of work that we do, I know whoever it is are going to be on the same wave. As far as their time and them being busy, where we just all connect and flow together easily. But I just haven't found. I'm definitely on the dating scene for sure. When I have time, when I get, I ain't gonna say bored, but when I get bored, when I get a little bored, and I'm like, okay, let me go, talk to let me go ahead and open this message right quick and see where this goes. But I don't know.
You're
it's hard for me.
like you rev at such a high. What is it? The revelations, right? It's just constant go 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 go. So for you, it may
And
seem like bored, but what that is, Jay Lee, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Okay, here, lean in.
I love
It's
him on TikTok.
called free time. It's so foreign to you, just like, man, I'm really bored. Yeah, because you're not trying to juggle 12 daggone projects, uh,
Yep.
the kid's friends, right? All the other relationships around you, like it's a lot. So when it starts to be just a normal pace, it's like, ooh, I'm bored.
Yep.
Right. And that's because, the running joke in our family is Jay, like I look and sound like our father, but Jay Lee got all the other attributes. We call her John Jr. Jr.
John
Right?
Jr. Jr.
John Jr. Jr. Yeah, I mean it's just
Shout out
crazy.
to
Like
Daddy.
we just were talking. I was just talking to that dude about like, hey, any of the ideas that you used to scribble on the bathroom wall because he kept like running out of room in his notebook because his mind just kept going, going, going. And he was like, yeah, a lot of it I'm doing right now. Like that's crazy. That's where you get that from. Like honestly. And I think the part that you're missing is kind of where Dricka comes in, which is like, yeah, she just gave me a box full of 187 ideas. Let's go ahead and try these three, and then we'll look at it next week.
No,
Right? Would you say that's
absolutely.
kind of your function there,
Absolutely.
Dricka?
Say that again.
Would you say that's kind of been your function in y'all's relationship? Like, that's nice, but logistically, you can do maybe two of these things with your schedule.
Right. I feel like you all, the saying is you make time for what you want to make time for. There is always free time.
Yeah.
We always have free time. Like I don't like when people say, I don't have time. You have free time. You
Yeah.
can
You can make
pop
it.
up, like somebody can come meet me at the park for about 30 minutes. Let's just chat for a second. Like it's the little
Mhm.
things. And I think
Mhm.
nowadays the issue is people overthink the quality time of the dating stage of getting to know people. They want to
Yeah. It's
elaborate
rushed.
dates. They want to go out and do these hour-long dates in elaborate settings when it's really just quality time. That's really all it is.
I want
Meet
all
me,
that.
yeah, just meet me. I don't know. Let's go have coffee. If you drink coffee, that's what,
Right.
30 minutes to an hour. Let's meet at the park, walk around the park another 30 minutes. It's just little things, hey, I got a lunch break for about an hour. You want to meet me here? Or, later on tonight after I'm all done, how about you just stop by? I come outside because you're not going to come in my house.
Oh man.
Come out, I come outside, we chit chat for a second. It's little things you do to make time when you're at our age, when you have kids and you have
Right.
multiple businesses and you just fit in those little spots for
Yeah.
people. It
And
doesn't
that
have
and
to be a whole date. It's just a matter of making time with what you have.
and I
And
guess
oh,
yeah. I'm sorry, to cut you off, Drika. I'm terrible with that, y'all. I'm still working on that. Um, well, I was gonna piggyback off of that because she is absolutely right. You make time for what you want, and I guess we just haven't. Um, the chat is funny. I guess we haven't. I haven't met I haven't met anybody that's like worth giving that extra time to. I thought I did, but then I got hit with the okie doke. So now we're back to square one. Um, and then I started thinking, like, you know how the saying goes, um, you attract who you are. And I keep attracting these men that they seem so great. They are great on paper and they got great hearts, but then they just never ready. And I'm like, it hit me like the other day, like, well, am I ready? Am I really ready for what I'm wanting right now? Um,
Hmm.
it just made me think about like maybe I'm really not ready myself. I do like my freedom. So what I've been doing is just really enjoying this single season, trying to get to know me better, be a better mother. I have a lot of ideas and businesses, and I have my hands in a lot of things, even outside of what I do 9 to 5 and what I do with Juice or Jubilee Entertainment.
Right.
Um, my hands are in a lot of things, so I just want to like be great at that and be great within before settling down and like being great with someone. But I am ready to do life with somebody. Like goodness,
Okay.
yeah.
I want to hear more. That's okay. I'm trying to think of how I want to ask this question. Let me filibuster with Dricka first, okay? What would it take to get you off the market? What's your ideal fella, right? How do you approach Dricka? Everybody's different, you
I
know.
don't think it's a matter of approach. It's just a matter of effort, like what we just got them talking about. When you show me that you can match what I'm giving, because I've never been to a level with someone that I feel like I can just let go and give my all and be secure and comfortable and have a possibility. So whomever that is, whomever God has established, you know, you will want to pursue me, and it'll be naturally. You will want to talk to me. You will want to see me. You will want to get to know me. It's just effort, because that's how I am. If I meet someone I'm interested in
Right.
and they have potential, I want to talk to you. I want to see you. I want to make time. So I just haven't came across that man who views me in that way. Everybody just gets so caught up in what they got going on. That's why I like those shows like Love is Blind. And even though they're a little cliche, but I value that you take them away from the world and you seclude them in a room, because everybody's so distracted and they don't know how to dismiss all of that, or they just don't want to. So they make an excuse that they don't have the time to. So taking them away from their busy lives and forcing them to just talk to someone that you can't see, or what is it, married at first sight, stuff like that. That was a little, but
a little out there.
Love is Blind when
Love is Blind is good. Yeah,
Love is Blind when I really like, because they're forced to be removed from their everyday living to sit and talk. And that's literally all it is. Those little things. It's not elaborate dates. It's not, let me take you to Ruth Chris and buy the most expensive steak, and she all about money, and then you get the judging and all this, and all women want a man with six figures. No, I want you to talk to me. I want you to show me that you are into me and actually want to pursue me. That's really it. I want to hear from you. Text me, call me. If you got a little free time, hit me up. I might be free. You never know. We could just, like I said, meet very shortly. It's the little things. It's not elaborate things. And I think that's wrong. What's wrong with nowadays, because of social media. They see all these internet
elaborate everything.
Stuff. They out here rose petals leading to the bed with hearts and balloons. And
however,
I mean, that's great. I want that. But I'm talking about the
and the elaborate.
Okay, I'm talking about the beginning stages.
Yeah, you're right.
I want that. Once we in there, look, I need surprises. I like to be wanting to dine, because I'm gonna do it to you.
It's definitely level. Yeah,
but it's levels.
Okay, so I'm glad you said levels, because our brother Levance Dobson, he and his wife are out of Canada. And they created an app up there called Woo Your Boo. And literally that's what they talk about. So the wooing stages, right? The different degrees of wooing, right? You got your first degree woo, your second degree woo, your third degree woo, right? Sometimes it's just a quick text. Hey, what's up? I was just thinking about you. That's it. That's a small woo. The next level is that, they go me, I don't know, maybe I'll make you breakfast in bed. Right, but the ultimate woos, right, which should be few and far in between, so they remain special, right, and set apart from all the other woos, is like, hey, I just bought you some plane tickets to Naples, right? Like, I don't have time. No. See, I already talked to your boss, and they already gave you the time off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the plane
Some
set, the
boss stuff.
hotel set, the event. Right, right. But because of social media, people do think like, oh, that should be all the time. And you're putting pressure
Yeah.
on yourself. And then your partner is like, well, I got to be pressured to go along with it. But honestly, let's be real. That gets exhausting. Are you kidding me? Exhausting. So finding that balance between all those things, is that something that we can expect to see conversations like this from the Juice Assist podcast?
Oh yeah, we are very open, safe spaces where we talk about everything, our own experiences,
Mm-hmm.
experiences that people maybe are going through, and the whole goal is to really just like shed light on these type of experiences and giving them a different perspective, a positive perspective, on how to overcome it. So
Right.
yeah, yep. This is some like what you get.
Something like what you get, but a whole lot more, especially with my big headed self out the way. So, okay, you have Juneteenth coming up. So,
Yes.
we're going to play one more. First of all, I got a commercial, and then I'll bring y'all back in with a clip, and then we can talk a little bit more about Juneteenth. So, we'll let y'all go ahead and take a small break in the back room. No idea what you're saying.
Snitch activism of Mayberry.
Mayberry. Sorry. Look, our producer's trying to be very private back here. I don't know why. Like, get on the mic, say hello. Like, yelling stuff at me. That like, come on, man. Small woos. I'm
I
working.
love her so much, but I need time alone to catch up on things.
The nursing home is not an option for me. I just can't leave her.
If you've been struggling to take care of a loved one, Mayberry Senior Services can help. Our day program is a cost-effective alternative to assisted living or in-home care. We provide engaging activities and assistance with trained staff who are dedicated to improving quality of life. Join our Mayberry family. Call to schedule a tour today.
Mm-hmm. What the Frap podcast. We got some Juneteenth stuff coming up, and the Juice Assist ladies will be coming on to talk about their podcast as well as Juneteenth. We talk about a crazy situation. Slavery is over, says Abraham Lincoln in the war. Almost over 2 years later, Texas slaves find out that they're free. Can you imagine? This is what birthed the celebration of Juneteenth, right there off Galveston in Houston, Texas. So please, 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 if you're in the Columbia, Tennessee, and surrounding counties and areas, go out and support. Hey, it's free 99. Go get some food. Go enter the tournament. There's a history hut, local vendors, free families, fun stuff, kids zones. I mean, it's a wonderful time. The mayor's out there, police and firemen are out there with the community having a fantastic time. But please go check that out. That's I call her my big little sister because she definitely is younger than me, but definitely way more mature. And I'm actually wearing a shirt. Oh, wait. Can they see it? Hold on. Hey, there we go. Wait, slide this way. Crooked. All right, support Juneteenth. There it is, right there. I am going to wear this shirt until either Juneteenth is passed or my sister gives me a free brand new one. All right. Juneteenth coming up is soon. What are your stress levels right now? Yeah, as promised.
Man.
Hey.
Right. Okay. Have to support Juneteenth. I like my shirt because me and shout out to Brandon Sproul. We stayed up. I don't know if we stayed up late. We did a lot of shirts one year, just me and him, literally.
Like literally each one?
Each one, yeah.
Oh man.
Like had the Cricut, had the hot press, like we was working. So shout out to Brandon Sproul. He's been along this journey too for all 7 years. Like one of the starting people who I brought the idea to, him, Jasmine, Juke, T the Barber. Like those were my like, hey, I got this
Wait a
idea,
minute.
y'all. What y'all think?
Hang on. I love how you're talking like you're just talking to Colombia. We need some like.
Oh,
There you go. I'm in New Mexico. We work with some
you're like, who are
Australian
these
people. Yeah, we got our cousins in Germany. We checking out. So come on, man.
Shout out
So
to
who are some of the founding members there?
I would say definitely Jasmine Armstrong. She's the owner of JCA. Brandon Sprout, and these are all people in Columbia, Tennessee.
Who that?
Brandon Sprout with Who That Podcast. He actually just released a book, so you guys need to check that out too. Then also Jupiter Murphy, of course, Jupley Entertainment owner, my business partner. And T the Barber, who is the owner of Finishing Touch Barbershop. Also Dope Phase. He has the Dope Phase line. Yeah. T's like our community like mentor. I think everybody who has an idea goes to T to talk about it and just like, hey, what should I do? How can we make this happen? Because he's just like a walking example of success. So all of them are really like we have really built ourselves up. And I think T is definitely the person who, led that in here in Columbia, in our community. Yeah, the Godfather for sure. So shout out to them. Like they looked at me like, what? Then they're like, yeah, let's do it. So taking those little steps of people saying yes. Because you get a lot of no's, you get a whole lot of no's. So when you hear the yes, it's just like, okay, this is a good idea. Like we can do this.
Yeah.
As far as stress levels, planning any big thing is stressful.
Yeah.
My beautiful friend Canvas Shanae, she actually Canvas Shanae, who is the owner of Valet Beauty. Also Jane of all trades, literally.
Friend of the show. She's been on Urban Academia.
She sure has. So Cam, I was talking to Cam the other day and she was just like, Jamie, do you know like you've been doing this for 7 years? Like you really like built this event. We started off with like maybe 5 vendors and now we're like 30 plus sometimes depending on the day, so just to see the growth overall and the help and support of the community, because this cannot happen without support and community. Stress is there, but it's worthwhile, so
right. I think the conventional wisdom, and help me out, Dricka, you're more learned than I am, right? The conventional wisdom is don't panic, plan, right?
Yep.
And there's a possible solution to every possible, problem. So I'm a little bit, spread out, spread thin sometimes, right? As my wife gives me a look, right? Man, we gotta get you a camera, dadgum. They need to see these facial expressions I get hit with every single time we do this show. But to my right here on the wall, I've got my little sort of like not necessarily a vision board or anything like that, but just like an extension of my thoughts, ideas, and just little things I like to say to myself. And one of them is a Thomas Edison quote that says, I have not failed. I simply found 10,000 ways it won't work.
Yeah.
And that's the resourcefulness that, going all the way back to you two at Alabama A&M that you exhibited, right? Oh, yeah. Shut the party down, move into the next location. Wait a minute, the party's not over? No, my girl birthday
we don't
party.
Stop. Won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Okay.
Can't stop. Okay, Diddy. Okay, Diddy. So what are some of the things, I'm going to go to Dricka here. What are some of the things that you find yourself like, I don't know, is it filling in the gaps? Is it coming up with ideas? Is it like, snapping people back to reality? Like, hey, we can't have you parachute into the event. Okay, what if instead we do this thing? Like how are you able to balance all these different personalities, especially not being from the city? Because that can be difficult in small cities. Like, who is she? I knew Jay Lee back in Element. Like, come on, man. Don't play me.
Any friend of Jay Lee is a friend to everybody.
That's why she's running for mayor. Watch out, Chaz.
Oh no, never. Politics is not my thing. Too many eyes on me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. So what do you think, Dricka? Like, what are you like? How are you able to balance all of that, all of those different, issues coming at you? Look at her. I don't have issues, man. I just skate through.
Issues?
People do
What's
what I
that?
say, and then we move on.
Typically.
Expectations. Set the expectation. That's it. You have to set expectation, and I think the whole thing. I think more stress comes with me with the juice assist than the Juneteenth. Jay Lee kind of covers the Juneteenth. I have the vendor portion of it, and a few people can get a little antsy and anxious about confirmations and things like that, but it's just expectation. Hey, this is coming. Just hang tight and we'll get this to you. It's just, you have to really calm people's nerve.
Reassurance. That reassurance that she
does. With people. You have to make sure people are in it, not as much as you are, but just kind of have, some oomph to it for them as well. Because, I feel like the things that me and Jay Lee share, I was brought along because I have the same drive she has for Juice Assist and Juneteenth. I'm just excited as she is. I've recruited people here from Huntsville to come up to Columbia, Tennessee to vend at the Juneteenth because I'm excited about it. I come from a little small city where Juneteenth was everything when we grew up. It wasn't huge, but it was thousands of people out there at our Juneteenth.
Wait, how's that not huge?
Well, I don't know. I guess when I say huge, I'm thinking as far as like acts and like entertainment going on. Like ours was caliber kind of small. Like we had step shows, like we had little performance, local artists perform and step shows because we had youth groups that implemented fraternities and sororities. So they would have a competition and do a step show. So that was like the big thing of our Juneteenth back where I'm from. So that's what really brought out the thousands of people and vendors. My mom was a vendor back in the day. We had a Juneteenth, Zen Park, shout out to y'all. But yeah, so it's just a matter of expectations and the people that want to be a part of the things that we do or, consider it. We just ask that you drive or just at least express consistency.
Yep.
You can be in and out. Like it gets confusing. It gets all over the place. It's unorganized. And the thing they say about Black people is you're so unorganized. And that'd be the first thing they say. And everybody's about customer service now. And that comes with podcasts and organizations. It's just about consistency. So we ask consistency. You put in effort like we're putting in effort because we need that from you. You are part of us. You belong with what your name is stamped on. This is just like ours is. So we need that effort from you. So we've set those expectations and we need for you to follow through. Period.
I like that. Set the expectations. It's very akin to being a parent, right? This thing that you've created, right, is your baby, and you're asking for community to, hey man, you see my kid out there doing wrong, help me get it right. Right? Instead of just criticizing, like help me, right? Help the community.
And I'm all about that. Yeah. Like I love feedback. Like that's the only way you can get better and progress to higher states, but
we need that community support too. Y'all come out. We need that. Columbia, Tennessee, the Spring Hill, Franklin, Murfreesboro, all these areas around them. Y'all come out, whether it's for 30 minutes to an hour or something. I know it's hot. Bring your
I was just about to say that.
It is, yeah, it is high.
No, it's hot, but y'all push through.
Yeah, y'all come out. Just come check it out one year. If you've never been, you know about it. It doesn't take much effort just to check it out. You know, she started from the bottom, now she here. So let's help her grow the Juneteenth to something just spectacular and above and beyond everybody's expectation. But we only can do that with the community and surrounding areas support. We need y'all to grow. So I want to see 5,000 to 10,000 people walking Riverwalk Park in Columbia, Tennessee.
I know that we need more shirts. We need more. We need
we need y'all. And if you can't make it out, buy a shirt. You know, buy a shirt, reach out, donate. We need all the support. Y'all show up and show out for Mule Day. Show up and show out for Juneteenth. This is our Freedom Day. This is our day. And not just the Black community. Everybody, Hispanics, Caucasians, all y'all, Pacific Islanders, y'all come out. Maybe we even can get a Pacific Islander act one year, because
one of the dances,
they are culture too. They value culture, they value tradition, and that's what Juneteenth is. It's culture, it's tradition, it's unity. So we are working on things for y'all, but we need y'all to show up and show out for Juneteenth. This is our day. This is our day to show freedom. This is our 4th of July. So we want to see some faces out there this year. Y'all know about it. Y'all see our flyers. There's so many people out here marketing it. You know about it. It's been going on 7 years. So let's just come out. And like I said, if you can't come out physically, support in some type of way. Share the flyer. Purchase a shirt. We also got a first annual Juneteenth pageant. Sign up.
Oh, man.
Our beauty pageant, Miss Juneteenth. See, we're trying to create all these what am I trying to say? These outlets,
avenues,
avenues and outlets for y'all to partake in and participate in. And it doesn't take much at all. It's competitions at the Juneteenth. If you have talent, reach out to us. We will put you on so you can get it on, and we can, we can be y'all's plug. We could be y'all's resources. That's what we do. We assist. If you got the juice, we're going to assist you.
That's it.
It just takes y'all as the community to be involved. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. Don't be biased, and just support. That's all we ask.
Man, positive ripples is what we call it in our house. Go out there and create some positive ripples. Okay. Dricka, man, I can't ask for a better outro. Like, we can just end the show.
Shout out to, I do want to bring light real quick and shout out. Like I said, I am an autism mom, and the autism support group I am a part of. Let me just plug that really quick. It's AU. It's an autism support group for autism mothers of color. So if you are a mother out there with a special needs child, it doesn't have to just be autism. Definitely go to the page, the Rush page, Foundation, Jasmine Poole, or you can just look up Jasmine Poole and fill out a form and join that support group. We meet on Zoom Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Central Time. And it has been God sent for me, because if you know, if you are a special needs parent, it's sigh. But shout out to that for sure. Shout out to all the vendors that's coming from Huntsville, Alabama, to support the Juneteenth in Columbia, Tennessee. Those who have reached out, those who have registered, shout out to y'all making that trip. It's only about 1 hour and 10. Even if you're not a vendor and you don't have nothing to do, we want to see you there. Whether you're from Nashville or Huntsville or New Market, Harvest, Madison, come up. Those are Alabama areas. Come up to Columbia and support. So shout out to everybody that's going to support us. We look forward to seeing you there.
Amen. Oh, she's good. She's good. I'm gonna try to steal
good.
her
Hard
for our
act to
company.
follow.
I'm about to try to steal her
You
for
should
our
let me go
company,
first.
Oh, and support my dance fitness. My next class is going to be dancing in heels. So, support my dance.
I have my heels now.
Fit.
Can I bring my flats instead?
Sure, you want to get sexy with it? Come get sexy with it.
Do we have to wear heels?
Well, this next class is specifically just heels, dancing in heels.
Come on, man, get yourself together.
I like to switch. I am a certified instructor, so I want y'all to come out and support me. A lot of my classes are at the Richard Shower Center here in Huntsville, Alabama, on Blue Springs Road, usually Thursdays at 6 p.m. They have been on pause lately. If you've been there and haven't saw me, they have been on pause, but they will be back up and running. And like I said, the next class is going to be a dancing in heels class because I see people have been wanting that, so I can deliver that for you. So yeah.
Sounds good, man. Hey, hang out in the green room, get you some cookies and cakes. Do not log off just yet. Miss J. Lee, give us your shout outs. I mean, for you, it could just be the thank you to ellipsis.
Everything Dricka said. No, I'm just playing. Shout out, really shout out to the Juice Assist ladies, the original ladies that helped me, like, even who said yes. They were some of my yeses that I've encountered that made me great. So shout out to my original Juice Squad. Y'all know who you are. Shout out to the Juice Assist ladies now and everything that they do behind the scenes, because y'all they be working, okay. And you'll see them along the way as this show continues. Shout out to Columbia, Tennessee for all the support that we get from everyone. Shout out to Juke Lee Entertainment. Shout out to, do I have to say shout out every time? So big shout out to everybody who makes Juneteenth a success, all the volunteers, all the organizations that sponsor, that puts in work, that volunteer. I think I said that already, but all the people who bring me ideas and try to help me create something even bigger every year. Major shout out to you. Shout out to the world. I'm terrible. Look, I work behind the scenes. I'm not.
Hey, man, that was great. Thank you so much for being here.
Shout out to What the Frap.
Hey, there it is. Oh, we didn't even play Frap yet. Frap no. Hey, man, Juneteenth gonna be the livest. Juneteenth's gonna be the livest event this summer. Frap yeah, Frap no.
Frap yeah.
Hey, there we go. Go back to the green room. Do not log off. We'll do the outro and whatnots here in a little bit. Listen, speaking of community outreach, this is a PSA, public service announcement, okay? To all my snitches out there, I need y'all to understand. I'm not talking about the ones who were gangsters, right? Committing the same crimes and then flipping on your boy. That is a rat, and that deserves to be dealt with however the universe decides to. I'm talking about the civilians. Don't put me in a position to snitch, and I will never snitch. All right, I'm going to let one of the greatest comedians of all time talk over our new shirt line because I want to get out there, snitch activism and snitch rights. Bernie Mac, take it away.
I'm going to tell you something, but we got to stop the violence. We got to vote. Stop the violence and vote. Because I did a show in Chicago. I mean that. Stop this violence. I was in Chicago. I did a show for Cook County Jail. And you know, over 40% of the brothers in jail for nothing. And they had a little panel thing. We got to ask the inmates questions, you know. So I asked the inmate, I said, hey, my brother, what you in for? He said, nothing. Brothers got this thing about being a punk. What is a punk? I never did understand that for the sake of my life. He said, nothing. That's how long you in for? He said, ever? Now, you know, for a long time, you take the 4 off that motherfucker. said, man, I said, so what you here for? I ain't no punk. I didn't tell on my boy. I said, what, you in jail for a number? No, you ain't no punk. You a new fool. Cause I'd be dead if I serve time for any of you motherfuckers. I'll be in court just like this. Judge be like, who are you? I'll be like, punk. Your Honor, he killed that motherfucker. Shot him in the head 4 times, kicked him in the face. I tried to call you, but the line was missing. I'm ready to knock him out here.
This morning, a violent weather outbreak bringing tornadoes to Florida's Atlantic coast.
Now to that urgent and massive manhunt after that deadly mass shooting near Houston. The youngest victim, just 8 years old. Police say the suspect.
International High School of New Orleans is making quite an impression on the college ambition.
Dennis Barnes has gone into 125 colleges and universities. He's also earned millions in scholarships. That's where how he